name is Betsy, and I'm with the Seattle Public Library, and I'm here today to bring you a short clip, a little activity called Early Learning Together. And this is for families that are at home, friends, or in the classroom, or it's just a little 5 to 8 minute video that will help give you an activity to help your kiddos get kindergarten ready. Okay, today we're going to do something called pick a pair. Pick a pair. And it's very exciting. You might see my dog stick her nose in. Yes, there she is. She loves to be in the videos too. So pick a pair is all about using one of your 5 senses. And the sense of touch is what we're going to talk about today, the sense of touch. We're also going to build vocabulary because remember folks, it's really hard to read a word if you have not heard the word in a sentence in context. So the more vocabulary we can build, the easier it will be to start when you start reading. So yes, that's a good one. So we're building vocabulary because we're going to describe all these things. And then we're also going to do a little bit of math. We're talking about pairs. We have pairs when it comes to mittens, not the kind of pears you eat. No, not those kinds of pears. Not those kind of pears. But the pears, like your mittens, they're 2 of the same thing and they go together. Or your socks, or your shoes, you have a pair of shoes. Well, I went outside today and I found a pair of, what are those? Mini pumpkins or gourds? Yes, you're right. So I found 2. They don't look exactly the same, but they are kind of the same because they're both gourds. Right. And I'm putting them in 2 grocery bags. Okay. What else did I find outside? Oh, I found 2. What are those? Yes, they're sticks. I'll put one in one bag and one in the other. That's very fun. And I found 2. Oh, these are amazing. These are hydrangea flowers, and they're losing their things. And Millie has to check it out, thinking it's food. Hydrangeas. That's right. They are flowers that are drying out. Okay, 1, 2. And the last thing I found. These are rocks or stones. They're soft, they're hard and smooth, very smooth. And they're almost like a circle or a sphere, but they're not quite the circle shape. Close. So those are ways I describe it. I'm going to put them in here, and then I'm going to kind of shake it up a little bit. I'm going to put them beside me so I can reach in easily. And I'm going to not use my eyes. I'm only going to use my hands. I'm going to feel in the bag. And now it's time to pick a pair, pick a pair, pick a pair. Oh, what did I find first? Oh, and now you can ask your children to stop. Don't pull them out, but tell you what that feels like. This feels bumpy, and they're long and thin. They're not heavy. They're light. So these are all comparison words, right? You're comparing things. Not heavy, they're light. They're sticks. Yes, they are the sticks. I'm going to pick a pair, pick a pair, pick a pair. I also found another thing that's light. And they have holes all through them. I can put my fingers through the holes, and they're very light. They're kind of sphere-like or roundish because they fit in my hands. I think it's the flowers. I haven't used my eyes. I'm only using my fingers and my hands. It's the flowers, the hydrangeas. Yes, the flowers. All right, pick a pair, pick a pair, pick a pair. Oh, these are they're cold because they were outside. And they're very smooth, kind of thin, and they're very heavy. And they're kind of round. I think they're the rocks. So I used lots of descriptive words, didn't I, to explain, and maybe that helped you guess too. So kids can talk about it and explain and describe them, and adults can try and guess what they're picking out. Last one, what do you think they are if it's the last one? They don't look exactly the same when we put them in. They're smooth and they're bumpy and they have a sticky thing, a stick-like thing coming out. Yes, they are the pumpkins or the gourds. So you can do this with things from outside. You can do this from, let's say, it's raining and you don't want to go out and you pick out a bunch of things from the kitchen. You can show the kids the things before they go in the bags. Or if you have older kids, or you do this a lot and the kids have picked it up and figured it out, the younger ones, you can do things without showing them and they have to try and guess first. So you might say something from the kitchen. All the things in the bag are something from the kitchen. Just be sure you get a pair. Or you might say, I'm going to put in toys. These are some things that you can build with. So I had these toys and I had these to go in. Another thing that makes them all similar is that these toys all have circles in them. So you can talk about what makes it similar. All of my nature things, all except the sticks, are kind of round, but the sticks are not. So that is Early Learning Together from the Seattle Public Library and Betsy. Stay tuned because we're going to do this again every week on this YouTube channel. We'll put out a new one and you can watch them over again. Share them out with your friends. Thank you very much for coming. Bye-bye from Betsy and Millie.